Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a kiosk using a Raspberry Pi and a capacitive touch screen. Great for a place of business potentially, where your customers can come in and interact with this device to find out information about the company, or also just a fun thing to potentially have around the house. Your own family kiosk, where you can have various things on that, images and little fun quotes of the day and things like that. I'm going to show you how you can make each of those. And this is a multi-part video. In this video, I'm going to show you, I'm going to first go over all the items you need and then go over how you get the OS, the operating system, the Raspberry Pi operating system on a micro SD card. All right, so let's jump in. So to get started, I'm just going to go over overview of the hardware that you would need. You're going to need a Raspberry Pi 4 or 5, I recommend. You can probably use an older one, but I recommend one of those. They're a little faster. You'll have a better experience with them. I'm using a 10-inch capacitive touchscreen monitor. If you're going to put this in a place of business, I'm going to recommend the larger one. I will provide links to all of this. All right, a micro SD card, at least 16 gigs. You can go larger though. 16 gigs should work fine. A Raspberry Pi power supply, a Raspberry Pi mouse. Now you can use generics of these. They don't have to be the official Raspberry Pi ones, but it's always a little better to things you know it's going to work if you get the official ones. Again, there'll be links for them. The USB keyboard, typically any USB keyboard will work. A micro HDMI to HDMI cable. Depending on the monitor that you get, that might come provided there. All right, so that's everything you'll need. And then once you're up and running, just so you know, you won't need the mouse anymore or the keyboard. You can detach them and just have a freestanding monitor and even hide the Raspberry Pi so that it looks nice and you're just interacting with that device. All right, to get started though, I'm going to go through how I did this on a Mac. The process should be fairly similar on a Windows or any other device. So on a Mac though, you're going to want to click on Finder and go ahead, the Explorer magnifying glass in the top right hand corner, type in disk utility. You're going to bring up the disk utility app. It should look like this. Make sure you then plug in your SD card. The SD card drive should pop up something like this. The name may be different depending on how your ports are identified on your computer. And make sure you select the SD card drive and not the internal hard drive for your computer, because we're about to erase this. So it's important you make sure you have the SD card selected. So right over here in the top right, you'll see the word erase and a little icon. You can go ahead and click on that and you'll get a pop-up. And so the only choice you have here, well, you can give it a name. I just call it Raspberry Pi, but you can call it whatever you want. And then a format. You have to choose the format. And the rule of thumb here is if the SD card is less than 64 gigabytes, then you're going to want to use the FAT32 as the format. If it's 64 or greater, use exFAT. And that's just in the drop down right here. Then go ahead and click erase. And this may take a minute. But when you're done, just hit done. And so that's good. You got your SD card formatted. Next step is going to be going to the Raspberry Pi website. You're going to go to raspberrypi.com/software. You're going to get a page that looks something like this. And you can go ahead and click the download button for your operating system. I'm going to do the Mac OS one. And then you'll have something like this in your desktop or in your downloads. Double click on that. And when you do that, you'll probably get a screen that looks like this. You can drag and drop the app into your applications folder. That will take care of the installation. Then go ahead and jump into that applications folder and look for this icon. It should be called the Raspberry Pi Imager app. Double click on that. The first time you do this, you may have to click open, and then you'll get a screen that looks like this. And basically you're going to do each of these here. You're going to choose the device, For almost all of these, you can just go with the default. You'll choose your operating system. Again, you just go with the default one here. The Raspberry Pi OS should be fine. Oh, sorry. So then you'll select your storage. This should be the only one that pops up. Make sure your SD card is still hooked up to your computer, and it should be available as the only external storage. Then go ahead with the defaults for just about everything. And then when you might have to hit next. Then you're going to come to a screen that says all existing data will be erased. That's fine. You're going to go ahead and hit yes. Now this process may take about 5 to 10 minutes depending on the speed of your system. Just let it go ahead and it'll give you a progress bar. But once it is done, then you're kind of good to go. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can hook your Raspberry Pi to your monitor, and then you'll at that point you'll put the SD card into the SD card reader that is attached to the Raspberry Pi. You'll hook it up to the monitor and give it power, and then you'll get this welcome screen. And then so I'm going to go over this process though. I'll go over this process for using the monitor that I have. The one that you have should be almost identical process if you choose to get a different one. And I'll step you through how to configure the OS. So that'll be part 2, and then part 3, I'll go over how we can create the interface for the kiosk itself. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully that was pretty straightforward. Thanks.